believe it. That's Clone Force 99.
This is Wrecker, Hunter, Echo, Tech, and Crosshair.
Oh, I don't have a cool send-off. This is embarrassing.
Obviously, we are different.
We're all you're getting.
Ha! We're all you need.
They call themselves the Dad Batch.
Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with desirable mutations.
This is one meeting I don't want to miss.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dad Batch Podcast, episode 145. My name is Stevie Kicks, and I am one of your three hosts today. And with us, as always, the other Dad Batchers, your space daddies. First up, specialty costume manufacturer, painter, and galactic arms dealer. It's John Rodriguez. What's up, man?
Heyo.
How are you, dude?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, but it's literally been a week.
Not in person,
Not
but yeah. Virtually, we've seen each other recently, but otherwise,
Right
no.
on, dude. You doing good?
I'm cool. Yeah,
Cool.
chilling.
All right. And finally, the 6-time commanding officer of the 501st Legion's Southern California Garrison. It's Rami Shanaday. What's up, man? Welcome back to the pod.
Hi, good to be back. So, yeah, I was traveling for work last week. So, as I often have to do. And
Man.
I usually try and bring my gear with me so that I can record while I'm on the road, but it was not going to happen last week, so there was too much going on. So,
Well, right on, dude. You've got literally what's today, guys? Wednesday. So we got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Wednesday.
In 1 week, we'll all be together in the house, right?
That
We've
is
got
correct.
exactly 1 week till
Mhm.
San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
We will be. The doors open at what time? Like 6 o'clock? on
Wednesday
preview night.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday is a day. Oh,
It's preview night, so we'll be inside at this time next week.
But it's only 2 hours. It's only 2 hours. And I guess we should also say that we will be releasing an episode next week, but it will not be live streamed. So it'll just be a normal episodic release on Thursdays.
capitular release.
What? It's a what?
Capitular.
Release?
Capitular.
That's a word. Capitular?
I'm translating it from Spanish, like a capítulo, which is like a chapter.
Like a chapter. Got it.
Mm.
Got it. Man, you're smart. You smart. You big time smart. What's up, guys? What'd you guys do this week? No? Nothing?
John's censoring his mannequin.
Trying to, people are commenting about my naked mannequin, so I'm trying to
Just
put
bring your
my hands
microphone up. Block it with your mic.
Hold on. Doesn't. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. Cool.
There it is. Perfect.
Worked a little bit and saw a movie. And actually, I guess I thought we were gonna have more people on tonight. I guess it's just since it's us three and only one of us has not seen the film I wanted to talk about. I guess we can do a Hunter's Hard Drive if you guys want.
Go for it.
Later on. Yeah. Just saying.
Fine by
Rami,
me.
I know you don't care about spoilers.
Yeah, I'm good. I want to hear about it anyway.
We'll save it. We'll save it to the end. That way, in case
Yeah.
haven't seen it,
We can do it at the end. But I just wanted to say, like, let's go for it after all, because I had said I didn't want to, but I
Right
think
on.
it's a good idea. Yeah. But yeah, I saw Superman this week with Amy just now, actually, like an hour ago. So definitely want to chat about that. I thought it was cool. But otherwise, yeah, just been working in the late hours of in Hollywood, just peeping the natural habitat of the city, and it's just
Oh man.
just there's never a dull moment, man. It's always something, man. There's people of the night, fist fights, cops pulling people over, all sorts of drunk people that just happen to stumble by, and you're like, hey man, you can't come in.
You could start a dedicated Instagram account just for the stuff that you see happening in front of Scum and
Because
Villainy.
I share with you guys, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, I don't want to keep sharing these things with you guys because it's not fun. It's like weird stuff, and it's like, man, I see
I'm
you guys
enjoying
not-
it. I'm enjoying the story updates from you
Okay,
with the
all right.
weird, like there's some people like that person that was wearing the mask.
That's the scary person that walks by with like it looks like basically like a kabuki mask, but it's all white.
So like it's Blackie, it's Brian.
It's Brian as Crosshair in Japan, but this person's wearing a mini skirt and like a tank top, and
So it's
but-
Brian.
yeah, it's Brian on the weekend.
He's not going to defend himself.
No, but it's scary though. Yeah, he's gonna be really mad when he hears this. But it's terrifying though because they'll be walking from whatever across the way, and you're like, oh my god, like it's kind of startling. It's not something you expect. So that was one. Yeah, that's one instance. Anyway, I digress.
I
What do
too
you got?
saw Superman, and I
Mm.
guess we're gonna talk about it later in Hunter's hard drive. So I'll save my
Yeah.
reviews for that. But
Yeah.
you know what's really awesome. So okay, do you guys remember when movie theaters like first started transitioning between like lining up to get your seats? Like so you'd buy your tickets and then you'd line up to get your seat, and then it started transitioning to like assigned seats.
Mm-hmm.
Like how novel that idea was. And then like nowadays it's so, I feel like it's so commonplace. Like I don't remember buying a movie ticket in the last 5 years that wasn't an assigned seat.
And you know what? I think because of the assigned seat situation now, I bet you, I don't know if this is true or not, but I bet you they sell less tickets now than they used to. Because now, if you look on the assigned seating chart where you can pick your seats and the best seats are taken, you might be like, I'm going to watch it. No, I'm going to come another day, or I'm not going to watch this today.
Yeah.
And they lose a person right there. But if you're just buying an entry to the movie and you're like, damn, I got to sit in front, but you're still there.
You're
know?
still there.
I remember doing that before, where you get to a movie a little late and you're like, shoot, like
Yeah.
there's like the first two rows are the only available.
You got to
and
sit
do
off
it.
to the side and the front, and then you're just like,
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
your head tilted all the way back, and you deal with it, but you're there at least.
and you might go watch it again because you're like,
just to watch
"Oh,
it right, yeah,
Yeah.
just to redeem the
I hear you.
the
I hear
quality.
you. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
my movie theater started doing this thing where not only can you pre-purchase your seats, now you can pre-purchase your concessions.
I saw that. I saw it today.
And-
I didn't do it, but I saw that.
And then here's the cool. So we tried it for Superman, and so it gives you the tickets on the app, right?
Sure.
And then where it says purchases, it shows like your receipt for your food,
Yeah.
and there's a button on there that says like start order. So we hit the button that said start order the moment we got in the car and left the house. It took us about maybe 15-20 minutes to get to the theater, and literally as soon as we walk through the door, we see like our popcorn, our soda, all of our stuff is like literally waiting for us at the front of the long ass line of
Dude.
people.
I saw that today. I
And-
saw it today.
And like we walked straight in, got our stuff.
Grab your stuff and you go.
Dude, best experience ever. And it was
The
like
only way they can up that is to just have it waiting in your seats
Dude.
for you.
Right.
That would be the
They're
next.
assigned
That would be
anyway.
the next step.
Right. Wow.
being the dad of the family,
Sorry.
normally it's like the whole family goes and grabs a seat, and then I'm left to carry
You're in line.
everything in. But this time I was like, okay, you carry this, you carry that, you carry
Yeah,
this.
here's
you
all your
carry
gear.
that.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man, I loved it.
We saw that. Yeah, I was with Amy and I commented. I was like, it had their names on it too. Like it was a receipt and it said like Heather and whatever. And it was like box with popcorn and whatever snack they got. And the drink wasn't there, but I think the cup was empty next to it.
It's
So they could fill it
unbelievably expensive though. And I know that's how theaters make their money. They don't make money on the movies. They
Mm.
only make money on the
Concessions.
concessions. But still, it's like a little bag,
ridiculous.
a little bag of Kit Kats for $9 or something, and
We bought the little red cherry ropes, the little
Mhm.
whatever they are, the Smarties
those are
cherry
so
ropes.
good. With the
They're
white.
really good. The white filling,
Yeah.
and we also got I got a icy, like a regular sized icy, $16. She's like, do you want the number one, which was also a large popcorn? It would have been 30.
Dude.
I was like, no, I'm good with this $16 candy and drinks. Thanks. You criminal.
I would probably spend more now that I know. Like I'm thinking like just in realistic terms because of how easy they've now made it, where it's just like add to
Very
cart on my
convenient.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up because now I don't have to. Dude,
It's a good service. It's a good
so
service.
convenient. It's so convenient.
It's expensive either way, you know, whether you stand in line or you don't. It doesn't matter.
I
But
do have.
it's super convenient to use that feature.
Yeah, I do have to ask you guys when we watch. We're all going to be watching Fantastic Four.
Mm.
We have a premiere showing next. We were able to get into one of the premieres next week at
Oh.
Comic-Con. When we go, are you guys going to get the Galactus popcorn bucket?
And no. Mm-mm.
It's like $80.
It's
Yeah.
Only
too wide.
$80.
You can't sit in your
Only-
seat with that assembled.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a pure
it,
product.
with the things on it. It is wider than a movie theater seat.
Can you not just put it on your head and then?
I'm sure the people behind you would
If you
love
could
that.
wear it, that'd be awesome. Oh yeah, that would suck.
I still have my Deadpool Wolverine popcorn bucket.
Oh yeah,
The Wolverine with the open mouth.
the Wolverine one
The
is
ones
so
with the
good.
mouth.
Yeah,
That-
it's good. It gets a lot of use in our house with popcorn.
mm-hmm. Good call.
Okay, so let's talk about our Comic-Con plans because that's next week. Let's see here.
Yo, it's the dad batch, tools in the stash. Walking work, bench, panels in the clash. Craft cap, king, Steven with the mask. Catch the knowledge drop, leave the freaks in the past. Hit the pedal, walking work, bench, grind. Building futures, one design at a time.
Yeah,
That's a good song.
we're finna smash.
Fine.
Finna?
Finn.
We're finna smash. Raimi, what we got going on at Comic-Con next week?
We've got a couple things going on at Comic-Con next week. So, first up on Friday in room 7AB, which is the Star Wars room. There's all kinds of stuff going on in that room. All Star Wars related that day. But most importantly, towards the end of the day, from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., the Dad Batch podcast Walking Workbench. So all 6 Space Dads are going to dive into the cosplay scene at San Diego Comic-Con as we bring the costuming community together to share tips, tricks, and encouragement for costume builds from all around the con. So we're going to be scouring the con ahead of time for not just the best of the best builds, but also the most creative, innovative, skilled, and funny cosplay. It's not just about finding the best looking costumes, but if we see something that catches our eye and we can tell that something extra creative went into building the costume or the maker did something extraordinary to pull off a detail or effect, those are the people we want to be talking to. And those are the tips, skills, and makers we want to help bring to you, our audience, with our Walking Workbench events. So again, that's on Friday from 8 to 9 in room 7AB, right before we all head over to Mosh Isley.
You know, we've done this in the past with other conventions and live panels. We always try, thank you, Raimi, for setting this up, but we always try and get the last slot of the evening because
they really gave it to us this time.
yeah, it's awesome because like we get to just close it out, you know.
Yeah. I didn't realize that they had a slot quite this late, but maybe they actually extend. I don't remember it ever being quite this late.
I think it's because it's room 7A. Room 7AB is technically not in the exhibit hall. It's like
outside.
It's upstairs.
It's like in the little thing that like connects the
hallway.
two buildings together.
There's a exit. You can exit without having to go through the con floor,
exactly.
I guess.
Yeah. So it's right next to the sales pavilion upstairs. I shed a little tear last year because this is the Star Wars room, and
Yeah.
we're in the Star Wars room on Star Wars Day, which is Friday.
That is true.
That's
We're all like
never
legit and stuff.
yeah, that's never ever going to be lost on me for how amazing that is. But the cool thing with this walking workbench, and this is our first walking workbench panel that we're going to be doing.
Mhm.
If any of our listeners are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con with a cosplay, try and be there on Thursday, the day before, and see if you spot some of the Dad Batch people on the exhibit hall floor. And if you do, we're going to have our cameras set up. We're going to be doing interviews
Mhm.
because you're going to be part of the panel in a special way. So,
We're not messing around with the camera this time. We're ready to go.
Damn.
so, and you know what? Like, hopefully, I really want to catch, like, all the love goes to our listeners who cosplay. But I really want to catch that person who comes to Comic-Con who just doesn't know anybody, you know, like they're literally just coming there dressed up for the love of whatever franchise or the passion of whatever it is that they're doing. Like Rami, do you remember the guy that I think it was San Diego a couple years ago? He was dressed up as Boba Fett, but the prototype
Boba Fett. It was at
Yeah.
San Diego.
It was San Diego.
last year, or the year before. Yeah,
think it was 2
it was
years
San Diego for sure. Because I remember we went out into that little section that was like right below the mezzanine, but like
Mhm.
at the bottom of this escalator to film him.
He knew nobody. He had only heard of like clubs like the 501st and the Mando Mercs and all that stuff. But he like his suit was so high quality, John. Like it
Yeah, I'm
looked
trying to think if I was there or not, or
He
if I
did a
remember.
good job. We filmed. I still have the footage of that. We filmed him.
I mean, everything was like fiberglassed on top. Like it was insane the quality
Well
that
done.
he put in, yeah. And he didn't belong to any groups or anything. It was just his love for the
Just wanted to
character.
build a cool costume. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hope we run into some of those. And not necessarily Star Wars, but just something cool. I'm really hoping that they have the 2 weeks lady from Total Recall. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm dying to see one of those in person.
Are you talking about the?
Yeah, the head thing, yeah.
They have
Oh.
that at the con.
Well, I've seen people like make that. There's files for that
Oh,
that
okay.
head to open up.
Okay. I thought you were
Um,
talking about like the. Whatever. Never mind.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just so cool to see the stuff that people come up with. And it's like I said, it's not necessarily has to be Star Wars. Like Raimi, I'm sure when you see somebody dressed up as Rocketeer, you probably like freak out, right?
Of course.
Or when we see
Yeah.
somebody dressed up like Ghostbusters or something.
Or when we see, and if any of us see the Bad Batch in any way, shape, or
Oh,
form, we always
dude.
get excited, right?
Yeah.
True.
We should
That's
find a
true.
hunter. We should find a hunter and then get an interview with John interviewing Hunter.
That'd be cool.
So meta.
You like this character?
Is that all we have going on? Is just the Friday night panel?
That's not all we have going on.
No.
I didn't know if you had a bumper.
No.
Okay, so Saturday, the next day, in the same time slot, but not in the same room. So on Saturday from 8 to 9, the Dad Batch and our friends from Thank the Maker are doing the Family Feud. So not quite the family reunion, but the Family Feud. So join the hosts of the Dad Batch and Thank the Maker podcasts as we put our collective Star Wars knowledge to the test in a friendly game of Family Feud. So it's the normal Family Feud format that you're familiar with from the game show, but it's us versus Thank the Maker. So it's going to be in the Marriott Grand Marquis in room Grand 12 and 13. So it's one of those like ballrooms that they like take the partition out. And so it's like a big room that they combined. So Grand 12 and 13 on Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the Marriott, which is one of the official rooms. So you do need a badge to get in there. So it's not just open for anybody. You've got to have a con badge to get in. But yeah, so that's part of our weekend festivities as well. So that one's going to be good. So we've surveyed the fans of both podcasts. We're collecting and aggregating answers together. We're getting the board, the Family Feud board, put together. So we'll have that. That's going to be fun.
I'm looking at pictures right now of the Marriott Marquis Grand Ballroom, 12 and 13. I'm getting a little nervous again. You know
Is it
how
huge?
yeah.
Can you put a picture up of it
I don't
for
want
the
to. I don't want
visual
to. It's too
listeners?
big. It's big.
Oh, come on.
Okay, here, hold on. I mean, you know how I get right before every pod.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Shit.
I'm
That's a
assuming
big room.
I'm assuming
It'll be
that's with the
fine.
partition down.
It'll be fine. It's 12 and 13, so it's the two put together. So
As long as we like fill
The
up the
partition's
first
down.
row,
Okay.
I'll be good.
Yeah. If we can get enough people to enjoy what we're talking about, that's a lot of seats.
Did we survey people, Raimi?
we did. We did indeed.
Family Feud?
Yep. We collected, we surveyed and got 100 results, which was enough to get our exactly 100 results,
That's
which was enough
awesome.
to get our board filled up. So I'm getting all that put together right now.
Because that's what they do in the actual show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like we surveyed
tout.
100 people, blah blah blah. Like
Exactly.
oh man, that's so cool.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
It'll be
fun
fun.
when we win. So yeah, when we win.
Ah.
In the Marriott Marquis, it's not connected to the actual convention center, but people still need badges. Is that what you said, Raimi?
Correct. There's a section. I attended a panel last year that was like that, and they have like, if I remember right, like you go up like a little escalator or some stairs or whatever, and then there's like another little kind of security gated section that you do have to go through and there's security guards there that you have to go past, and then you're in a section with multiple rooms, and within that area, then you're sort of back inside the con, so to speak.
Do you guys remember like getting your friends into the movie theaters when you were kids? Like
Mind you,
two-
this is also at like 8 p.m. at night, so who knows how hard it's
It
gonna
might
be.
be.
It might be pretty easy.
like I remember being a youngin and I would like pay for like 2 movie tickets, but I would get 6 of us in. Like 2 of us would walk in and then
go to the back, open the door.
No, you walk out with the tickets and then you hand the tickets to your buddies who are trying to get in. And then they just show their tickets to walk in.
But what about you? Who gave your ticket?
Well,
What do you
no,
say? Oh, you remember me?
yeah, you just say, "Oh, what's up?"
And what if they're like, "Oh, can you show me your ticket one more time?" I'd be like,
Oh, I don't have it. It's in my seat. Blah blah blah. You know,
It's in
I
my
mean,
seat.
come on, this is like the '90s, right?
"It's in my seat." Damn.
Not saying that would work for Comic-Con badges.
Mm.
Mm,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think the side door method is best. I think one
Not-
guy gets.
I mean,
in.
we wouldn't advocate for anything like that.
No,
on
if
our
someone
show.
were
Yeah,
to ever try something like that and they had to choose a method,
highly
if-
shunned upon.
yeah,
I'm trying to think how that
Don't do that. It's very, very bad.
But if like if you're with a party of like 4 people, and then you walk out with 3
Mm,
badges,
mm.
and then,
And then you come back in with.
and then you come back in, and then
Where there's a will, there's a way, is what you're
I
saying.
don't know. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember, like, I don't know if they have like the little RFID thing over there. If they don't, then yeah,
No.
all bets are
for the
off.
offsites events, it's just a kid at the door. Who's
Yeah,
usually
then-
a volunteer.
Then what you just described would be all you need to do.
Yeah.
Walk out with more than one badge. Like walk in and then just take more than one badge back out. We're all sitting here like gaming the system. We should stop talking about this out loud on a live show.
Okay,
I
let's
don't know
move
what
into
you're
the
talking
box office top 5. No, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so fun. So we've got our Friday night planned out. We've got our Saturday night planned out.
Yep.
Oh, Sunday. There's big news for Sunday. I'm assuming that's part of your news later.
That would be correct. That would be
Okay.
correct.
Okay. All right. I won't talk about that. I will talk about the box office top 5. Okay, I need to make a bumper for this.
Yes, you do. You've
Just
been
like
doing
a
this
short
multiple
one.
weeks. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'll come up with something.
The little like hooray for Hollywood song or something like that.
There's a Hooray for Hollywood song?
Yes, the lyrics are literally like hooray for Hollywood.
Oh, wait, wasn't there a Hollywood song in Team America?
Sure.
Not appropriate, John? Okay. Anyway.
Not.
No. Box office top 5. Okay, so in first place for the week with its first week out was Superman with a weekend domestic gross of 125 and a total gross of 155. Some might say this was a weak opening for such a big Superman film. I know a lot of the Snyder fans, the Snyderverse fans, are just kind of I don't know, not really promoting this movie. But yeah, kind of a weak start. I know it costs a little over $250 to make, so I heard the blood number is 500 to reach. We'll see.
Sorry, they made their budget back in like 2 days though. It was like 220 million by the second day in 48 hours
Worldwide.
And yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's interesting. Why don't I have the worldwide numbers?
Because I'm pretty sure by now they've got hit, or if they're not close to 500, they're well on their way. If they haven't hit it already.
What site do you use, Stephen?
No, I was on IMDb, but I only had the domestic selected. So
I'll send you.
Second.
There's
try
better,
that again.
There's better places to go.
Because I think it did well.
So in second place was Jurassic World Rebirth. That brought in a weekend gross of 40 million, which brings its total domestic to 244 million. Let's see, 544 worldwide. Second week out. It's not bad. Holding at the third place spot is F1 the movie. Brought in a respectable $13 million, which brings up its total domestic to 140, with a worldwide of nearly 400 million already. How to Train Your Dragon. Let's see, this is its fifth week out. Brought in 7.9 million. This is going to bring its worldwide total to $564 million. And rounding out the top 5 is John's favorite movie, Elio, with a weekend gross 4 million, total domestic 65, 120 worldwide. Yeah, I'm not sure about Superman's opening weekend here. Like 250, it just sounds so low.
No, because you might be looking at the because there was preview numbers, which was like the people that got to see it on night one, I guess. The preview.
Well, this is its total gross worldwide as of yesterday. So 250.
250. Okay, so 250. That's the budget right there.
That's the budget.
Okay. So it's been out for how many days?
A week.
7 or 5?
6 days. 6 days.
6 days. Okay. In 6 days, it recouped the budget. I know there's more. There's the marketing budget and everything else, but the production budget's already taken care of.
Okay. So normally, if they would need to hit 500, which is double what they've made so far, I could see that happening, but we already talked about Fantastic Four coming out next week. That's going to cut Superman screens in half.
Well, that's why this whole week and a half beforehand or 2 weeks beforehand are crucial.
It's crucial because I feel, I mean, I don't want to get ahead of our review, but it was a good movie, and I don't want to see it suffer just because of like timing or whatever,
right.
I don't know,
but no, we'll talk about it. But I think it's doing as well as it can in this economy.
In this economy,
yeah, think about it.
All right, I think that's it. But Yeah. Well, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Dad Batch Pod. That's all one word spelled out. Dad Batch Pod.
This garbage is nothing like clone armor.
Looks a little tight on you, old man.
Yeah, at least I know how to wear it.
That's right, everybody. It's time for the weekly workbench. All right, gentlemen, who is working on what?
I'm all done. I'm ready for Comic-Con.
All
The
done.
crunch is
All
over.
done. Yeah, Deadpool's ready to go. All the weathering is done on him. I finished the boots, which I needed to paint them the red to match the gas mask color. When I had mixed the custom paint to paint the gas mask, I made enough to also paint the boots, knowing that they were on the way. I painted those actually earlier today, so they're ready to go. They were brown. They were just brown leather. So that was the last thing I needed to do. So he's ready to go. Captain Silvo is also ready. He's hanging up over there. I weathered him as well. I used the Dirty Down stuff for the first time. That stuff's cool. I used more of it. I went through more of it than I expected. Like the can of black was very light.
The
when
black
I was
goes
done.
fast.
It does.
The pressure is high on that one compared to the brown, which is very low.
Yeah, I got 3 colors. I got the nicotine like yellow kind
Ooh,
of color because
yeah.
I actually needed that for on Jod's blue shirt. There's some like yellow stains in a few places, so that was one of the colors I needed. And then I got like the rust, which I figured was sort of like a mid-level brown, and then I got black. And I used all 3 of those on various parts of him. I did spray a little bit of the black on the jacket here, just around kind of the edges and everything to kind of just add a little bit of definition and stuff too. It was my first time using it. I like how you really got to you got to try to overdo it. Like I think the product as it exists, like helps you not mess up. Like, cause it goes on and you have to build it up.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're doing that with spray paint, like you could mess it up pretty quick.
You can go heavy too quick, right?
Yeah, but with this, unless you're like really up close, which it just straight up says don't do that, you build it up. And especially if you wait, like if when you look at it at first, it kind of looks a little darker, but then as it dries, it just sort of fades in and it's very subtle.
And
then
not only that,
build it up.
Not only that, let's say you spray something, and you mess up, for example, like, oh, you went too dark. You can literally wipe it off before it dries. Like in that instance.
As long as you wait for it or do it before it dries, then you're good. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they even say like that you can like wash it and lighten it up a little bit even later. Yep. Yeah. But so that was my first time using that. And it worked good. Mm-hmm. So
how many times have you used it, John?
1, 2, 3, 3-ish.
Would you say
four times?
Would you feel confident in saying that you can weather a suit now with Dirty Down?
In terms of just topical, absolutely, yeah. Okay. It's a great product. I liked it a lot. Yeah,
I have the brand new can, so I'll bring it for you to do at the.
Oh, cool for Kid Pool. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I ran out. I'm sorry. You're like, I had to buy some.
I only have the rattle cans. They also sell it in little bottles that I assume you could put in an airbrush.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. So on the Deadpool mask, and then in a few other places where I needed to do kind of more fine detailed stuff, I just did our old school like black acrylic and the airbrush, which I'm familiar with how to do that. I know how to do that, so it worked fine. But yeah, it was cool. So yeah, my 2 big costumes for Comic-Con are ready to go.
Hell yeah, man! I can't wait to see Silvo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm excited about him. I know we're all excited about the Deadpool stuff, but I'm excited about Silvo too. So, and I still got this green Doom
green thing
hanging over here that I was gonna do when you guys did your Fantastic Four stuff, and you're not doing it.
That is out the window hardcore.
So we'll see. We'll see if I'll bring it, but we'll see if I even wear it. That's it for me.
I did not work on anything for my costume this week. Oh, well, I guess technically,
Just
did
talk about what you
kind
have
of.
ready. Talk about the costumes for Comic-Con.
So
What you
I
got?
I'm bringing the Ferris Bueller Deadpool, which is the bathrobe and stuff. And I'm gonna, instead, they never show what shirt he's wearing underneath. I was gonna do the cat shirt that you have, but I didn't want to confuse it, so I'm just gonna wear a Dad Batch shirt under there. A new exclusive Dad Batch shirt that we haven't unveiled yet. So, and then as I was putting the costume together, John, you had uploaded some pics of the Deadpool Wolverine concept art from the movie.
Mhm. The art book. Yeah.
And it has all the different variants that they came up with. And one of them looks almost exactly like my costume minus the mask. And the mask that is in the concept art is literally a paper plate with like crayon
Sharpie
or markers,
something, yeah.
whatever, as a Deadpool mask, and then like a rubber band. So I'm doing that one too. Because
Just in case, right?
Just in case, because my mask that I had ordered May, so 2 months ago, dude, I'm not gonna call out the seller, but unless you message me and you want to find out who it is, but the seller just totally failed. Like, it was just, he's like, oh yeah, I'll have it ready by June, and then every update was like just some sob story of how he's got to refine this or redo that or whatever. And it's just, I gave him the ultimatum of like, look, man, I'm leaving for San Diego Comic-Con on the 18th. If it's not in my possession by the 18th, just refund me. Today's the 16th. He said, hey, I can't ship it out by the 18th, but hey, I'll ship it out next week.
And when the con's over.
Yeah, and I'll give you free shipping or something on the next purchase. And I'm like, dude, just refund me. And now he's playing games like, well, I don't have the money in my account right now to refund you, and I gotta wait for other people to buy stuff. So I'm just like, oh my God. After all the warnings that we give to our listeners about people like this, I fall for the same thing over again. But I did reach out to Pippo Spidey. Pippo Spidey sent me a mask. I did this as a backup, and within a week he had the thing shipped out with tracking, international tracking. It's already hit the United States territory, and I should have it hopefully by tomorrow, I think. So if you're looking for Spider-Man or Deadpool gear, go to pippospidey.com, P-I-P-O Spidey.com. I'll do a full review. I think we're all going to do reviews of our various costume pieces, because people need to know. People need to know.
Maker's choice.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of stuff ready that we want to announce next week for the show. A lot of special projects that we've been working on that I've been teasing since the beginning of the year. So we'll have, I'm pretty sure we're going to announce that. Let me see. We'll announce it at the live show and then on the podcast after that. Because the people at the live show are going to get an advantage for being the first ones to know the news. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's all I've been working on.
Well, the 2 costumes I'm taking to San Diego are as ready as they're gonna be. U.S. Agent. There's one thing I wanted to do that I didn't do now that I'm gonna do the next time. Before the next time I wear it, was I want to get a magnet to put on the shield to pop onto the back. I didn't get around to that. I never even looked for. I didn't shop for any magnets or anything, so I didn't actually actively do anything. But I do want to do that after the con. But otherwise, the whole costume, and I don't have a blaster and a holster like he does in the film. I'm just not going to do that. Um, and um, but otherwise, the helmet's done, and the shield's done for the most part, and so whatever, that costume's good. And obviously, my Deadpool, my hoodie Deadpool is also done. Whatever, it's very simple. I got the shirt done a couple weeks ago, and the hoodie, and I don't have the screen accurate shoes, but I have some shoes that are similar. It's the same brand, just a little different model. Otherwise, that's done. Update on the gray suit that I ordered many moons ago. Apparently, that shipped, which is the suit plus fabric for the mask, which should have been in my hands like 2 months ago or more. But so that shipped. So we'll see what what happens with that saga when it comes up. I'm sure I'll mention it again.
When you say shipped, you got a tracking number or there's activity on it?
No, I got a picture of a different product that he makes when I asked for my tracking number. He said he's going to give it to me in a few hours, which was a few hours ago. So whatever. He said it shipped. I guess I'll just have to be patient, more patient. But as far as we saw in the photos and those videos, the suit itself looked pretty good. And even though the belt he included I might not use because it just doesn't look right, I did end up buying a belt that was that is actually like a decent quality, so I might use that with the gray suit. And I bought shoulders, like the rubber pieces that go on top of the suit that I guess sometimes the suits don't come with them, so whatever. I bought some that someone was selling. It had like a small defect. There was like a little crease on one side or something, and I was like, it was super cheap, so I got
weathering, dude. Weathering.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but it didn't even look bad. It was like a line, like a little line of like a crease. I'm like, okay, super cheap. It was like half price. I don't know. So yeah, so I got those, and so once the gray suit comes, I'll have the shoulders to pop on. And so, yeah, and I'll have the belt and the thigh little pouches done too. So that'll just, be less things. All I'll need to get is the shin armor and the gloves. And then the mask, obviously, I'll send the fabric off to the mask maker and he'll do that. But yeah, it's on its way. So next time we all suit up eventually, who knows when that'll be. But next time we do, I'll hopefully have my X-Force Deadpool ready. Otherwise, no other costumes for me. That's all the stuff for San Diego. One thing though, I'm actually going to be working on this. When this pod comes out, this episode comes out, I'll be working on the Shin Hati armor. I already primed. I chromed it. I sealed it. It's ready for like the weathering, which I'm also going to be using the brown Dirty Down because it has like this nice alcohol effect on the chrome. And I'll be able to, and you can like easily just wipe it down or let it dry and kind of buff it down or do like the little alcohol sprit stuff that people do with the brush and stuff. So I'm going to be doing all of that tomorrow and getting these pieces ready for Dax's wife because I'm stoked on it. Like the chrome came out good, like everything looks really shiny and nice enough to where I'm happy with it. Sometimes I paint stuff and it's not great, but this looks really good. And with the weathering, I know it's going to look awesome. So I am excited for that.
Do you know, did they have like an event that was sort of their target to have that ready by?
Yeah. So they just need it early August, I guess. So I guess it might be Dragon Con.
Oh,
I guess.
Okay. Cool.
I assume,
that makes sense.
I assume. Yeah. They just need to have it in time to like attach everything. What's that, baby? And yeah, so I'm doing that tomorrow, and I'm excited about that. And that's it. I don't have really anything else. I'm looking around, and I literally have nothing else. Just very excited for Comic-Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. Yeah, I've been saying it for a few days now. I'm super stoked. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to have everyone finally together. The whole shebang.
It hasn't happened since London.
Getting the foot long.
And we didn't have Luke with us there.
Well, I mean, weren't we all together though last year at Comic-Con?
No. Well, Luke
Technically,
was
yes.
not on the show. He was like in the crowd.
Yeah,
You know,
but the Dad Batch was there.
the Dad Batch was there. Yes.
Yeah. See, that's why I love Comic-Con so much, man. Raimi knows. It's my year, man. It's my New Year's. It's my New Year.
Yeah.
It's Steven's Christmas.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so fun. Yeah. But yeah, that's it for my workbench.
Cool. Hey, Raimi.
Hey, Steven.
We're being hailed.
This encryption's new. This might take a while.
Okay, let's see. First up, let's see. All right, Andor Emmy nominations are in. So, first up, I just wanted to cover off Tony Gilroy did an interview with Deadline, and when he was asked about the nominations, all he had to say about it was that he was kind of disappointed for the lack of nominations for the actors, which we're actually going to get into here in a minute. He said there were a lot of performances that I wish were recognized. Diego Luna and Genevieve O'Reilly. There are a dozen performances. These aren't only great moment-to-moment performances. These are epic. The cat is driving me crazy. These are epic long-term character studies that they've done over 24 episodes. I think the ultimate victory is that these performances will be celebrated and discussed for years to come. I feel confident about that. So what I did, I put together here, this is an eye chart, and I apologize for that. I would have made it prettier if I had had time, but this is a list of all of the Emmy nominations that Disney submitted for.
Is this a spreadsheet that you just opened up?
I did it. Yes.
Dad Batch podcast?
You're welcome.
Oh, no.
So what I wanted to highlight here for you guys was how many they submitted for and how few they got. So clearly they were gunning for a lot of Emmys here. 30 something in all, really, when you break down the individual people within the ones where like multiple people were eligible for a particular one. But, outstanding drama series, directing, all of the individual like actors and actresses, the guest actors, supporting actors and actresses, things like that, all of the technical ones at the bottom. And then when you realize like almost none of the actors and actresses got even nominated. So like Diego did not get nominated, Genevieve O'Reilly, Denise Gow, none of the actors or actresses. In fact, the only like talent that got nominated at all was Forrest Whitaker got nominated for guest actor in a drama series for Saw Gerrera, and Alan Tudyk got nominated for character voiceover performance for K2SO. That's it. Even though Cassian, Luthen, Cyril, Mon Mothma, Deidre, Bix, Vel, Clea, Krennic, Bail Organa, Saw, Xinta, K2, like they all got nominated, but that's it. So the ones that did get, of the ones they submitted, the ones that did in fact get nominated, outstanding drama series, directing for a drama series, writing for a drama series, as I mentioned, Forrest Whitaker and Alan Tudyk, cinematography for a series, fantasy sci-fi costumes, production design for a narrative period or fantasy program, music composition for a series, original music and lyrics specifically for the song We Are the Gore, picture editing for a drama series, sound editing for a comedy or drama series, sound mixing for a drama series, and special visual effects in a season or movie. So those are the ones that they did get. So also worth noting, while we're talking about Emmy nominations, the sound editing got nominated for the sound editing got nominated for the John Williams project, the music by John Williams.
Oh, nice.
That got nominated for sound editing as well. So,
Is that yours?
Huh? The cat is sitting right here, like bullying me. She's like, I'm like, get your ass up here and sit in my lap if that's what you want.
Meow.
I'm reading all these news
Holding it.
articles about Emmy snubs, and like Squid Game was totally snubbed. They weren't even like nominated in a category. Handmaid's Tale was snubbed. Just like I'm reading about all these snubs, and in all of these various sites like Hollywood Reporter, New York Times, all that stuff, they're like unanimously all categorizing Andor as a surprise that the actors and actresses didn't get nominated, like as if it was
Expected.
that they were gonna get it, and
I mean,
everyone's surprised.
it was a powerful drama. You expected them to get nominated. Minimum to get nominated. They didn't have to win.
Yeah.
Nomination at least.
Yeah. So, as part of the interview that Tony Gilroy did, the only other thing that he mentioned, he was asked if he'd ever return to Star Wars, and he said, "I'm prepping a movie to shoot in LA next year. It's not on the menu at the moment, but never say never." So, he left it on the table.
Oh man, I feel like he deserves to just go do his own thing, like go do a passion project or something, and then come back to Star Wars like after, like
Yeah.
you can't just do one thing like too much.
Although for everything that I've seen, it sounded like this was his passion project. So
That is true.
Right.
That is true.
Right.
Next up, so thanks to a new agency listing on Independent Talent, we've got the names of 4 of the directors for Ahsoka Season 2, including regular Star Wars Disney Plus directors Dave Filoni and Bryce Dallas Howard. A couple additional names popped up, Jennifer Getzinger and Anders Engstrom. Getzinger actually worked on Season 1 of Ahsoka, and Anders Engstrom directed 3 episodes of Disney Plus's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So this is actually Bryce Dallas Howard's first time at the helm of Ahsoka, although she's been involved with pretty much every other Star Wars related Disney Plus show. So obviously, I think everybody assumes her involvement will be good. Not sure if there's any other directors involved or not, but the listings that we've gotten so far for the show and just mentioned these 4. So, and yeah, there was no indicator that there would or wouldn't be anymore. Ryan Johnson did an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. He was promoting his season 2 finale for his show Poker Face. And during the interview, he kind of segued into some talk about the experience with Rise of Skywalker, and even opened up about his ill-fated Star Wars trilogy. So he said, nothing really ever happened with the other trilogy. We had a great time working together, and they said, let's keep doing it. I said, great. I would kick out ideas with Kathy Kennedy. The short version is Knives Out happened. I went off and made Knives Out and was off to the races, busy making murder mysteries. It's the sort of thing down the line, there's an opportunity to do it or do something else in Star Wars, I would be thrilled. But right now, I'm just doing my own stuff and pretty happy. He added that there was never any outline or treatment or anything. So it doesn't sound like it ever got much farther than kind of ideas that were being pitched. No actual outline, no story treatment, no script at all. So it was never very far at all in any kind of development. And it, based on what he's saying here, it doesn't sound like there's any intent to revisit it with any level of seriousness right now.
That's good. At least we're getting some closure on that, because it's like how long can you dangle that carrot, right? Like, oh, the Ryan Johnson trilogy.
Yeah, like Kennedy keeps including it in the list of things that are yet to come.
Yeah, that dude's making like
Just
$200
stop.
million at Netflix. I don't think, and he gets to do whatever he wants, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he needs to. I met Ryan Johnson, and we talked about Star Wars. He's a very nice guy.
This is true.
He's a very, very nice guy. And he makes very good movies. And he's a very good director. I personally don't agree with some of the choices that he made for the characters for The Last Jedi, but he made a very visually appealing movie. It's got good music. I mean, the scene, the fight scene with the Praetorian guards and Rey and Kylo,
Yeah.
like that's impressive stuff. So it might be a good thing that he's staying away from Star Wars.
Yeah. Like, I mean, one of the things that I wasn't originally going to include it, but like one of the things he talked about in the original article I got this from was the Holdo maneuver, like the whole bit with the Holdo maneuver. Like that was one of the things that I think people thought was pretty interesting in the film, and how that played out was visually very interesting. Where she drives the ship through the Star Destroyer.
I remember Crate, the salt planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's pretty like visually legit, you know?
Yeah. Because it took something that you were already sort of expecting or familiar with like this, you're like, oh, it's just Hoth. And then all of a sudden, immediately underneath it, it's red. You're like, whoa. So, yeah. All right. Next up, I wanted to cover off on the Star Wars goings-ons at San Diego Comic-Con, since we will be there next week. Really, so everybody knows that Lucasfilm always has their big Lucasfilm Pavilion, which is pretty much the center of the show floor. So they always have that big section in the middle. All of the Star Wars related show floor stuff is typically housed there, even to the extent where like some of the vendors that have stuff that's not Star Wars related, they actually have to have like 2 booths, right? Like Her Universe has 2 booths. The Star Wars related Her Universe stuff is in the Star Wars Pavilion, and then Her Universe has an additional booth down the aisle, like at another part of the show floor, that like all the Marvel and non-Star Wars stuff is there. So like they keep all that Star Wars stuff concentrated there.
And I guess right now, sorry to interrupt, but I guess right now is a good time to let our listeners know that's typically our meeting up spot.
Yeah.
Like
we're always like zigzagging around, and like that's kind of the hub.
The Lucasfilm Pavilion is pretty much our meeting up spot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but panel room wise, you want to pay attention to on Friday, room 7AB.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can go out to the Comic-Con website and you can search and you can pull up their schedule, the panel schedule, and you can just search for Star Wars, and there's tons of Star Wars content throughout the entire con, even starting on Wednesday night. So you can just plug in Star Wars and hit search and you'll find all of it. But you can also look at room 7AB, and specifically on Friday, and it is the entire room all day long. So starting at 10 a.m., there's the Lucasfilm Publishing Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away. So that's the first panel that kicks off the day. So from the days of the High Republic to the rise of the First Order, join storytellers from across the Star Wars galaxy to hear the behind-the-scenes stories. So that kicks off the day in that room, followed by the Lucasfilm High-End Star Wars Collectibles panel. So I know, Stephen, you and I have attended that one many times. So that's like Sideshow, Kotobukiya, Hot Toys, stuff like that.
Hasbro?
That's later. That's not the high-end collectibles one. So following the high-end collectibles one, so at 12 noon, we've got Star Wars and More Movie Memories, hosted by Craig Miller, whose Hollywood career goes back to working on the original Star Wars. Tells tales of marketing genre films back of the 80s, like Empire Strikes Back, Superman 2, The Thing, Krull, Dark Crystal, The Last Starfighter, stuff like that. The next panel up is the Star Wars books from Random House Worlds. So we've got Tom Holler, who's the editorial director at Random House, Gabby Munoz, editor at Random House, Charles Soule, who's one of the authors, and Mark Thompson, who's the narrator of all the audiobooks. So like he's the voice of like pretty much every character in any of the audiobooks that you listen to. Now, not mentioned here, but that panel is actually being hosted and moderated by our friend Clayton Sandell.
Yay!
So, and I happen to know that one of the books that might get talked about at that panel is going to be the upcoming Bad Batch book. So if anybody's interested in hearing about that, you might want to go to that panel. So again, that's in room 7AB at 1 o'clock on Friday.
This is the novel, right?
It's a novel. Yeah.
I think we had covered this a couple weeks ago, maybe a few shows ago. It's called, I want to say, Sanctuary.
That sounds right. Yes.
And it had like that really cool artwork, like the silhouette, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is that the one?
Yes, that's the book.
Yes.
Yep. So you never know. You might find some of us there potentially. So it's on my short list of panels to try and attend. So the next panel up at 2 o'clock in room 7AB is the Hasbro Star Wars panel. So members of the Hasbro marketing and design teams discuss the popular Hasbro Star Wars line, including Black Series and Vintage Collecting. So they usually have some pretty good giveaways. Like they usually like walk in there and start like handing out lightsabers and stuff. So next up at 3 p.m. is 3D printing the Star Wars universe, including our buddy David Neth. He's one of the panelists on that panel. So go say hi. Followed by, what was that, John?
Sorry, I just said Meganeth.
Oh, yep. Next up, Star Wars trading card collecting. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So Star Wars trading card collecting. So lots of folks in the trading card community covering off on that one. Followed by the Saga Museum of Star Wars Memorabilia. So this one's got Steve Sansweet, Gus Lopez, Duncan Jenkins, Ant Newman, Michael Winstock, Rich Smolin. They're going to be talking about the kind of history of their collections and the plans for the museum. So following that is the 501st Legion, Star Wars villainous costuming. So our friend David Neth is on this one again. So that's the second panel.
Man, this guy's a superstar. It's
I
on
know.
2 panels. Wow.
You're busy.
Overachiever. So after that, This Is Our Way, Mandalorian's Inclusion and Adaptive Costuming. So this is the Mandalorian Mercs Costume Club panel. Following that is some panel called the Dad Batch Podcast Walking Workbench. I don't know about those guys, but and then last up in that room from 9 to 10 is Star Wars Trivia Party.
Oh.
So Leilani Shu is part of that
cool.
one. Yeah, friend of the pod. So yeah, so that is the lineup on Star Wars Day, which is Friday. So next up was a surprise, I think, to a lot of folks. George Lucas, the notorious GL, is going to be making his first ever appearance at San Diego Comic-Con. The panel, titled Sneak Peek of the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, is going to be moderated by Queen Latifah and will take place on Sunday, the 27th at 11 a.m. Pacific inside Hall H. So that's the big hall. So that's the one you got to camp out for, like the night before kind of a thing to get into. So George is also going to be joined on stage to talk about the museum by Lucasfilm Senior Vice President Doug Chang and Guillermo del Toro. So Dave Glanzer, Chief Communications and Strategy Officer of Comic-Con, had this to say about welcoming Lucas to the convention. He said, "We are beyond thrilled to welcome George Lucas to Comic-Con for the very first time. Nearly 5 decades ago, Star Wars made one of the earliest public appearances at our convention, along with a booth featuring Howard Chaykin's now legendary Star Wars poster as a promotional item. Now to have Mr. Lucas return, this time to debut the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art, is a true full circle moment. His lifelong dedication to visual storytelling and world building resonates deeply with us and our community, and the museum's mission to celebrate narrative art in all its forms perfectly reflects what Comic-Con has championed from the very beginning." So again, the museum, co-founded by Lucas and his wife Melody Hobson, is planning to open sometime in 2026. So
Do you guys realize that his museum, well, first of all, the museum just looks like cool as hell, right?
Looks like a spaceship.
yeah, it
It's-
looks like the Mon Calamari cruiser.
It looks like a spaceship, like what's her name, Queen Amidala. It's all shiny and chrome and
Mm-hmm.
dang, John, how much did they charge you to paint that thing? Not enough. Not
NDA.
enough. But do you guys realize that his museum, which he's donating, right? Like he's donating this museum to the city of LA, cost over $1 billion.
Yep.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, you can't take it with you.
Just trying to think, like, how much
Give him back.
like I would need, like, if I had a place that big, I could like store all my collectibles there, you know.
That's probably what he's doing. That
He's
museum
calling
is
it a
gonna have all his gear. Yeah,
A museum.
it's a
Yeah.
museum. It's just his storage, and you can look at
Yeah.
it.
I know that, like, I've actually paid attention to the job listings for the museum. I know that some of the positions involve travel between the Lucasfilm archives up in Northern California and the museum itself. So, like, it's very closely tied with the LFL archives.
Are you getting a job there, Remy?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Why are you looking for jobs?
Because it'd be a cool place to work, wouldn't it?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We're getting jobs
Oh.
as docents, right?
Heck,
Internships as
I'm gonna
docents.
I'm gonna retire from my day job and just go work there. Do that. there.
Dude, heck yeah. I would love that. Dang. Imagine just showing people like stuff every day. You get to show somebody stuff from the archives.
Yeah, something iconic.
And then some little kid just throws up their Slurpee like in front of you and just, man.
That is actually it for the news.
Oh.
That was cool. Oh man.
Why did you make me do this?
Guess you have a choice. You want a war, or do you want to just give me a gun?
My father, he go toilet on my hands.
Oh my God.
Urine is 35 degrees Celsius, staves off the frostbite.
How is this relevant?
You know, fathers.
That's right, everybody. We are back with Hunter's Hard Drive. This week, as we hinted earlier, we're going to be talking about Superman, the new movie, written and directed by James Gunn.
Are we doing spoilers?
I mean, I guess, right?
Minor spoilers? Full spoilers? No spoilers?
I mean, all of the spoilers that are possibly out. I saw everything online before I went to see it today, so it's not like I feel like if the spoilers are out there. I mean, this is a podcast; people can pause and come back to later.
Okay, that's true.
This is the end. So anyone that's watching live, I'm sorry if you have plans to see Superman.
Pause it and come back.
Pause the live, come back later. So I'm sorry. Anyway, so it compared to the Snyderverse, this is a very colorful and very much more comic book derived movie. I feel like they made Superman not only less godlike, they made him a little more. I don't want to say human either, but he's a little more on the human side in terms of like, he's not invincible, right? He gets beat up pretty bad. He breaks bones. He hurts his organs and stuff, which is not something we're used to seeing, I think, for a Superman.
How long does it take for him to heal? Does he heal fast?
Well, in the film, the robots had to like strap him down to the table. Like we saw in the trailer.
That was a trailer thing. Okay, got
light hitting him.
Okay.
Like so they concentrate the light and make it so his bones heal super fast or whatever, and it hurts because it's things are shifting. You can hear like crunching and things moving when they do that, and he's screaming. I don't know. I don't know. It's fresh because I literally just saw it a couple hours ago, but I did like this movie. For the most part, I liked most of it. There's two little bits I didn't like. Like you said, I don't know if I want to spoil everything. I guess I don't know. I guess the message from his parents,
that's
origin story,
very controversial topic.
Yeah,
right now. Yeah.
I feel like they made it like Termite origin story, where like because if you've seen the film, you know that half the message was available, and he like cherished that half of the message because it said that his parents loved him and they cherished him more than than land and more than whatever.
Okay,
possessions and
full
stuff.
spoilers at this point. We should just alert, full spoilers.
Yeah, we're gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. But towards the end of the film, or towards, I guess, the third act of the film, the second half of the message is finally is audible, and basically Jor-El is telling Superman that he needs to basically spread his seed as much as possible, rule over Earth, and basically take over, which is not
He said, get as many harems as you can.
as many harems. Is that what he said? My God.
Yeah.
That's why they kept repeating it. All the harem thing. They kept saying that in the film. Yeah, but so they basically made it seem like he was sent there to rule over the world, and it's a shock to him too, because he thought he was sent there to help humanity and be a good person and be the hero for them rather than take over. So that was kind of a weird twist that I did not see coming. It was a bit of a curveball. Obviously they played it well because he rejected that, and he was like, no, I'm gonna my parents, which are his his adoptive parents, the parents that found him, they teach him to be a good human and a good man and to be the best he can, and so obviously he doesn't become a Viltrumite, but that was a little weird for me. I don't know if you agree there.
Invincible. It's just yeah,
it just becomes a Omni-Man all of a sudden. But yeah, otherwise I loved the dog Krypto. He was fun. Puppy attitude, I guess, probably 2-year-old pup or something, 2 or 3 years old. What else? I don't know.
Do you see that dog adoptions are up like 500% right now?
So,
although I'm hoping that does
this
not turn
concerns
into
me.
a bad thing, right? Because it usually turns into like people bringing dogs back, or like
that's
that.
what I'm concerned about.
I
Because
hope
this
that doesn't
happened
happen.
during the whole when Game of Thrones was really popular. Everyone in California went and got a husky,
Mm-hmm.
and then summer came around, and they're like, "Oh my God, my dog is so hot. What do I do?" And it's like, you bought a husky, dude. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you bought a husky because you saw it on a TV show, and there's nothing wrong with buying a husky if you love huskies. That's great, but you need to keep in mind the condition of where you're living and where the dog's going to be and this and that, because it's important. Because if you're living
there was a
in
whole
California,
owl smuggling ring that they busted out of China because of Harry Potter.
oh my God, yeah,
Yeah.
that's extreme. But yeah, so hopefully it's not a bad thing, like you said, Raimi. Hopefully people are adopting these dogs and they're keeping them and loving them and giving them a good home, and not just getting
Yeah.
stoked on a movie, because that's not the right reason. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully, yeah, that's good. The dog was cool. Krypto's awesome. Later we find out it's not his dog. He's literally just dog sitting for someone else. Metamorpho, I liked him. He seemed very human, other than not looking human. He had very strong feelings and convictions that made him kind of shift. He turned rather quickly, I think. And his powers are kind of neat. I didn't expect him to do all that, to fly around with everyone and actually come in and join the party. Came and helped kind of at the end a little bit, which was cool. Yeah, I don't know. The Ultraman thing seemed they mixed things, right? Because they mixed because they had him dressed as Doomsday basically, and it turns out he was Ultraman, but he was kind of a dumb clone like Bizarro. So it was kind of a whole mishmash of the three. I felt, with the whole armor that he had, the Bavaria or whatever the place is called, the hammer of whatever, Bavaria, Baravia. And then, yeah. So, and did he remind you of Anakin a little bit with the long hair when they revealed him?
It reminded it. I honestly,
Like
the first, I didn't think Anakin. I thought, is that Henry Cavill? Like, did they make the evil version like purposely look like
that would have
Henry
been so
Cavill?
cool. That would have been so cool. No, but I guess it was just him with long hair, right? It was Cornswell with long hair. But that was I thought that was cool. It's a fun way to kind of bring in a similar character to him. So you see him fighting sort of himself and getting beat up and coming back and outsmarting the other one, I guess, because he still got hurt pretty bad, but ended up winning as you would expect. Yeah, and I really liked the end where it was just Supergirl just stumbles in at the end, and she's kind of hungover a little bit or a little drunk, and she's kind of like treats him like a little brother or a little cousin a little bit, because he is right. She's older, apparently, but even though she looks younger. So I thought that was fun. I like her energy, and I'm actually really excited about her film because it's going to be kind of crazy. But yeah, what did you think? I know there's way more to the film than what I mentioned, so I don't know if there's something that stuck out to you or what you liked.
I felt like overall this was probably my opinion is it's not James Gunn's best movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't feel like a James Gunn movie.
I was just gonna say that it didn't feel like a James Gunn movie.
I think it's his most important movie that he's ever made. Just for the fact that it's Superman. I think he handled the character and all the characters very well. It felt like I was watching a live action version of Justice League, the cartoon, because the world is already established. Superman, he's a young Superman. He's only in his third year of being Superman. But in that world, in this new DCU world, everybody already exists. So you've got Green Lantern, you've got Hawkgirl. I guess Batman already exists too, from what I've heard. Because they're coming out with a Clayface movie next year.
But Batman's not in that.
They're gonna debut the Batman. They're gonna debut the DCU Batman in Clayface.
I thought it had nothing to do with Batman.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, but he's gonna show up anyway
in the Clayface movie.
Yeah,
they're gonna cameo whoever. It's probably gonna be Bruce Wayne. It's probably not gonna be Batman or something.
Okay, I got you. Cool. Okay.
But I liked their version of Superman, how they brought it back to being the good old country boy who grew up on a farm. His first instincts aren't necessarily always the correct thing to do. While it might be the noble and the morally right thing to do, it may not be the situationally
the lawfully right thing to do.
The correct thing to do. If you're Superman, you don't just barge into Lex Luthor's office screaming, "Where's the dog?"
That was a lot.
But it's a very humanizing and an emotional moment. I would do that.
Everyone could relate because I would kick down a door to say where the hell's my dog. Yeah, absolutely.
There's a story, a comic book story of I think it's Infinite Crisis.
Crisis on Infinite Earths?
No. I can't remember which one. It might be that one. But there's a situation where something is coming towards Earth. I think it's a meteor or something. It's gonna hit Earth. And the Justice League are in their satellite tower and they're coming up with ways to avoid it. And Superman says "Oh, can I just move the Earth really quick out of the way?" And everyone just pauses and looks at Superman, and then Batman's "If I had a week to explain, it wouldn't be long enough to explain why it's not why you can't do that."
Right.
And Superman just "Oh, he's just so godlike in his powers and so earnest in his intent that he's "Can I just move the Earth?" And that's the Superman that's always lived in my mind. So to see him on the big screen was it felt good,
Yeah.
Lex Luthor was just super, super evil. He's the Lex. Remember when we got Lex in the Snyderverse, and it was I don't know, the guy from Facebook.
Zombieland. Yeah.
Yeah. This version of Lex is what I would expect a modern day Lex Luthor to be.
But this is the son, right? This is the son
Yeah.
of the Lex Luthor, or what's
This
his
is
name?
Lex. This is Lex.
This is Lex. Okay.
Yeah. I think you're
Because the-
thinking Lionel Luthor.
Lionel Luthor, but because it said Luthor Corp,
Luthor Corp.
right?
Yeah.
Instead of Lex Corp, so it's
Right.
his dad's company. It's not his company.
I think he's
Because-
taking it over at this point just because
But
of
then when he does, it'll say Lex Corp, right? 'Cause
eventually.
he's Lex
Eventually,
Corp.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I was wondering about that.
The Justice Gang, I really did not want to like going into the movie.
But
but
they're great.
I
They're great.
felt like Mr. Terrific carried the movie.
He was awesome.
Absolute. Like, I want a Mr. Terrific movie. I want a Mr. Terrific series.
I want to make a Mr. Terrific costume.
Go for it, bro. Like, it is
Luke
it's
style.
in my mind, he's always been such a mediocre character, and the justice that they gave him in this movie was just like, I applaud what James Gunn did for that character.
And not only that, the actor as well, right? Because the actor got
Yeah.
kind of poo-pooed on when he was in the X-Men movie. He
Yeah.
got killed right away as Darwin, and they
They
said he was going to come
promised.
back, and he didn't. Yeah, they promised
Yeah.
to come back,
But
and
that
he
was
never did.
Fox. That was Fox.
That's lame. Yeah, but now he
Um,
got some, not revenge, but redemption.
I was gonna ask you too. So you mentioned Jor-El, and what's the mom's name? Lara. I think.
Lara,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lara. Their message that Lex showed the world, was that the real message or was that doctored?
I think that was the real message, because Mr. Terrific even said, like, no, like, I checked whatever and it wasn't altered. Like, that's the actual repaired message or whatever. Because I was like, oh, obviously it's altered. That's what the bad guy would do, is make it say whatever he wants it to say. Oh, he's here to kill everyone, get him, obviously. But Mr. Terrific confirmed it. He's like, no, it's true. Like, that's what the actual message says.
I don't know. I mean, I feel
I
like
remember thinking
they,
that.
because they didn't like explicitly say, and like they didn't confirm or deny, right? If that's what Lex did.
No,
So
I think Mr. Terrific confirmed it to
He
Superman, like
confirms
saying,
it?
like no, like that is what it says. Yes,
I know that they did that in like one of the comic series a long time ago, but it just doesn't feel good.
Or maybe he did, and Mr. Terrific was duped, and then in the next film they'll show, oh, see this, Lex is evil. He did this, blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. Maybe they'll come back and.
If there's one thing that I know James Gunn does well, it's planting seeds in his movies that pay
For
off
next-
much later.
Yeah.
We've been doing my family's been doing the MCU rewatch from the very beginning. Dude, when you watch the opening scene of Guardians of the Galaxy with little Peter Quill and seeing his mom die, just every single line that his mom says in that movie, how it doesn't pay off until the third volume of Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it's just, it's, I don't want to say genius, but it's borderline genius, like as a filmmaker, what he did there. So if he's kind of like, stirring the pot a little bit with this Jor-El stuff, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that by the end of this 10-year DCU saga, that it'll pay off. So
I can see that happening, what you're saying. I could see it being like, oh no, they reveal later that it was altered or whatever. I could see it happening.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'd save it. I like it. I'm excited for Supergirl.
Oh
which
yeah,
I've never
I've
never said that before in my life. So
I know that's the thing. I'm excited for Supergirl as well. Apparently, her story is a little different from Kal-El's. She's going through like depression because she was around when Krypton was blown up, and she like was raised on like a rock of like a piece of debris of Krypton floating in space. So she had a much different upbringing, I guess. She wasn't like loved and pampered the way Clark was. So apparently, like she goes to like other galaxies with red suns so she can get drunk because she can't get drunk under a yellow sun.
That didn't make sense to me. So how does she fly back to Earth and she's still drunk?
You think she can't drink and fly?
Well, no, I'm saying if she doesn't have her powers to get drunk.
Oh, but maybe she's hungover by the time like that. Maybe she wasn't drunk; she was just hungover.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a comic book movie. Let them have it. Let her be drunk.
I'm that guy who's saying like, "How do you drop bombs in space?"
Yeah. let her have a hangover. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely keeping it. I want to see. Apparently, the actor, Superman
Jason
actor, is signed up for a second film. So,
dude.
He's contractually obligated, so we should get a number 2, or maybe have him in the Supergirl film. I'm not sure how it works, but
I'm excited for Jason Momoa is going to be in Supergirl as Lobo.
Yeah,
that's going to be good.
They got to bring that all together. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Same universe. But yeah, keeping it very good. Love it.
What'd you think of the movie, Raimi?
Seen it yet? We did go see How to Train Your Dragon finally.
Oh, how'd you like that?
Enjoyed it very much.
Nice. Any critiques versus the animated version?
No, I mean everything that you guys had said about it when we talked about it on the show, all applied. Was very well done. It was one of the better live adaptations. Sorry.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed, feed that. If you enjoyed, if you enjoy podcast, if you enjoyed listening, feed that algorithm and leave a 5-star review on your podcast app. Be sure to include that kick emoji for John. You can follow me at Stevie.Kicks on Instagram, sometimes on X. Gentlemen, let the listeners know where they can find you. John?
At San Diego Comic-Con next week with the boys, with Sitting Ain't Easy, and Jizu Joe, who is not here. Both of them are not here. Also, Lefty Lukey, Spooky Lukey, is also going to be there. And yeah, that's it.
Dude, you got to get a gray suit, and then you could be like Borat. Like, I go to America.
Borat pool?
Yeah. Raimi, where can listeners find you?
Also at San Diego Comic-Con next weekend. Don't forget, Friday evening in room 7AB from 8 to 9. And then again Saturday in the Marriott Marquis Grand Ballroom 12 and 13.
Yep.
Also from 8 to 9.
All right. Well, thank you again, everybody, for listening to episode 145 of the Dad Batch podcast. We hope to see you next week at San Diego, but if you're not, be sure to tune in next week for episode 146. And until next time, enjoy your spice responsibly.